Now, if you missed any of the weekend sporting highlights, we've got David Brooke from Sport 24 in studio with us to give his insider report on all the weekend's results and sporting news. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
Firstly, congratulations. You finished your first 21 yesterday, the landmarks.
Well
done.
Thank you very much.
High five. How was it?
It was absolutely brilliant. You know, like, I think a lot of the problem when people do races is they sprint at the start, you know, and they get involved in all the hype. But I ran very slowly to start. I paced myself all the way. The landmarks race, if you're ever in Cape Town at this time of the year, you really should do this race. It is the most beautiful race, but it's quite difficult. You go up Rhodes Memorial. Now, it's at a, you know, people struggle to drive up there. So walking / running up there is also very difficult.
Yeah.
I got there 2 hours, 46 minutes. I managed to dedicate it to Kim Asher. It was a great race. The response was absolutely immense from friends, family, Twitter
Seeing you
followers.
crossing the finish line.
You know, so when I crossed the finish line, it was just pure relief.
Well done.
You know, so I did it.
We've got some sound of you finishing the race there.
Thank you. Thank you. Everyone who supported me.
Wow, you still can manage to breathe.
Wishing you everything of the best.
I can't believe you still managed to talk and breathe. After a 6K, I couldn't even talk.
I was surprisingly quite chilled about it, which was great. So I'm glad I can... Only took me 45 minutes to get up to studio this morning, but I'm good to go for the day.
Well, on the 3rd of December is the Vital Run at Lawrence Fort, so I think I'll see you there. There's a 21, there's a 5, there's a 10.
5.
So what advice do you have for beginner runners that want to take part in that race?
You know what, just set yourself a goal, and whatever it is, no matter what your weight, no matter what your size, just do it. Set yourself a goal. My goal at the beginning of the year was to run a half marathon by the end of 2011. I did it, and I feel absolutely fantastic about it.
Now, talking about other sport this weekend, let's talk domestic cricket.
Yeah, it was. You know, the One Day Cup, which is the 50-over limited overs cup. It's really like, it's gone a bit backwards in the last couple of years. It's now back with a bang, and there were some record scores over the weekend. You know, it was nice to see also the Proteas, because the Test match starts this week. The Proteas were playing in their domestic teams, which doesn't happen often these days because they're contracted to internationals and they're always away.
Yeah.
So AB de Villiers was back from injury this weekend for the Titans. He was given out controversially. He got in the way of one of the fielders and was given out. But at the end of the day, he got some game time and he should be fit for the first test on Wednesday. But yesterday in Joburg, the Wanderers, you know, that Wanderers pitch, it's a bowler's nightmare. Seriously, you do not want to bowl anything on that pitch because it's a batsman's dream. And the Cobras just smashed the Lions. You know, Richard Levy, who's just got into the T20 squad for the Proteas, smashed 150 balls.
Jeez.
You know, and Andrew Patek also got a century, but totally overshadowed by Richard Levy. A young guy, he's a hard hitter. And, you know, 2020 cricket has actually brought these youngsters in to where they become international stars because of the shorter form of the game. So it's great to see that Neil McKenzie from the Lions, the veteran Neil McKenzie,
yes.
He also scored 100, but it was never going to be enough, even on the Wanderers pitch, and the Cobras won. But our local cricket looking good.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
And then on the soccer side of things?
Benny McCarthy in the headlines. You know?
I saw it in the papers this morning.
Well, first he said, I'm done with Bafana. And to be honest, though, I think Bafana might be done with Benny. You know, I think people have had enough now of Benny as the international player. He needs to concentrate on his Orlando Pirates career, which he did this weekend. You know, he scored 2 goals and they won their Telkom knockout quarter-final game. So he's looking good there. Whenever he plays, if he's not injured, he scores. So he's looking good from that side. Over in England, Manchester United, so Alex Ferguson celebrated his 25 years as manager. They dedicated one of the stands at Old Trafford to him. So it was a huge moment for him.
That's a huge moment.
And it was quite ironic because one of his, you know, he was playing against Sunderland, which Steve Bruce was one of his old teammates, you know. And one of his old players, Wes Brown, actually scored an own goal to give Man United the win. So it was a good weekend for Fergie. Man City also won to keep their 5 points ahead of the pack.
And now Wednesday is the first test against Australia.
Yeah, it's going to be a cracker. I can't wait for it. This is my time of the year.
Durban, are they playing in Durban?
No, they're playing here.
Oh, they're playing locally.
They're playing here. So let's see if Cape Town weather can hold up 5 days in a row. I saw the weather report. They're predicting a bit of rain first thing in the morning, but hopefully the Cape Town sunshine will come out. But you know, Newlands doesn't normally host a test match at this time of the year, so it's difficult to say how the pitch is going to play. The Newlands pitch is unpredictable at the best of times, but I think if we bat first, then we should be okay. Let's get in there, score 450 runs, put the Aussies under pressure. Remember, there's only 2 test matches, so we can't really afford to go 1 down. So I think we're going to win the first test match, and I will be there. I'm sure the place will be packed to the rafters.
Well, David, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us and giving us this insider's update, as well as big congratulations for
Thank you
finishing
very
your
much.
first 21.
I'll just be here for the next hour.
Yeah,
just
we'll
sitting.
have to carry you out of here. Now, the right combination of training, nutrition and supplementation is key to maximizing your hard workout in the gym and on the treadmill. And the team from USN have all the answers for you next.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.